everyone, this is Johnny the Orange, and today I'm going to give my first impressions of They Are Billions, which is a strategy game where you have to protect the last survivors of the human race from extinction, because there's a billion motherfuckers coming, okay? And they're hungry, they want to eat your brain, so you have to protect yourself from these sons of bitches. Before I jump into it, this game is still in early access. It will be fully released very soon, and my current playtime is only 30 hours, so I have not been able to experience every difficulty in this game just yet. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is a first impressions video, this isn't some almighty mega fucking review. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Once you hit that 100 hours, the almighty mega review, I've actually played the game for a decent amount of time. But let's jump into it. So far, this game has had its ups and downs. At the start, all ups. It's a fucking great game. If you're looking for possibly 30 to 50 hours of entertainment, and you're into base building and zombies, this game is good enough for the price tag. You'll enjoy it. The only real letdown of this game is you can see how great it could be if they did a few improvements. And that just nags the shit out of me. I was like, if they could have done this, they could have done that. And that's always in the back of my head every time I play this game. After the first 20 hours, I just kept thinking they could have improved here, here and here. But let's start off with the positives, shall we? When you first start playing this game, the zombie waves are very exciting. You're not sure what is going to happen, and the wave timers seem so random. You might be in the middle of expanding your base, the next minute a wave of undead attack you. Then that last wave comes in, and that is like, how the fuck what is happening? Zombies everywhere, there's literally billions of them. And it was all very new and exciting for a strategy game. The first 4 or 5 times I played this game, it's like, holy shit. That end wave comes in, it's amazing. Having said that, there are some things they could have improved when it comes to introducing people to this game. For one, there's no tutorial. I'm pretty sure there will be once this game gets fully released, but at the moment, no tutorial. You go in blind, which is kind of exciting in some ways. You're not sure what may happen. At the same time, you end up, well, what I did was set the difficulty to the easiest possible setting, and thinking, like, because I didn't know what would happen. So I set it to the easiest difficulty. It turns out that difficulty is boring as fuck. The first game I did treat as a tutorial, but that tutorial went on for fucking, what? Like bloody 5 hours or some shit. What would have been better is they had a quick introductory, this is how you control your stuff, blah blah blah. And then after that tutorial, you get to choose what difficulty you want to play on, and it gives an explanation on how difficult it will actually be. For example, in this game, easiest is if you don't even want to play the fucking game. You must be the biggest scrub cunt. That's what should come up as in the description. If you play this on easiest, you just want to not even be playing the game. You might as well be fucking AFK. Or if you don't want it to be so insulting, maybe just say, this is for relaxing, no stress gameplay, or if you're stoned as fuck. Easy should be the tutorial setting. Even that is very simple. So you could have this description like, we recommend this for people who have not played strategy games before. So you get what I mean. Some strategy games already do this, where you say, look, if you're new to it, start off here. If you're experienced in this sort of gameplay, start off here. Because not having a tutorial and not having a difficulty rating that has a descriptive can lead to you wasting hours of time. Saying that, if you are experienced in strategy games, especially base building games, I'd recommend you set the zombie level to adequate. The first time round, set the timer to 120 days or 100 days. 150 is ridiculous. You build up so many defenses before anything bad happens. But let's move into something else I do love about this game, and that's the resource management. It's not much of an issue when you have 150 days, but if you're a scrub like me and you only put the setting on for 100 days, resource management becomes a lot more important. Do you want to build many towers or many powerful troops, or maybe forgo all of that, have heaps of walls and a huge army of weaker units? So there is a decent amount of flexibility in this game. You can try out different strats, and they all seem reasonably viable. I've tried just using towers and just using units, as well as a mix of both, and they all seem like viable options. Of course, in the harder difficulties this may change, but so far you do have tactical flexibility, and it does seem rather balanced. You can go any unit and you will find strengths and weaknesses, and the same goes for the towers you can put up. For example, the Shocking Tower does a massive AoE, while the Executioner is in that middle ground where it doesn't do a massive AoE, but it has more focus, and a much quicker firing rate. So while there is a lot of flexibility with the units and towers they have available in this game, there aren't many actual units or towers. Everything is rather balanced, but when you only have an option of 3 different towers and 6 different units, it's very easy to pull that off. Pretty much you have a limited amount of options, but those options are rather good. What I think would improve the game is if you had different races, or you could be the zombies themselves, etc. That way they could throw in a few more options. Maybe you play the cyborg race, and that has better defensive walls, etc. But their race is more expensive. Or you play the wood elves / hippies, whatever you want to call them, and they can produce wooden buildings and walls for much cheaper and much stronger, but their endgame is weak. Something like that. There needs to be ways to spice it up and add more options into the game. Currently there is some modding available, and some of the mods are reasonably good. It's nothing like Warcraft 3 or StarCraft 2 though, and pales in comparison compared to the mods that Mount & Blade had. But this game is still in early access, and that is most likely going to change once it gets fully released. There are already some decent mods, but they're not too in-depth. Obviously they haven't had years to work on them. So overall the game is pretty fun. It's pretty good looking in my opinion. It's pretty hot. I mean, I'll jack off to it. But there is a lot of room for improvement. Of course, this game is not out yet. Who knows what will happen once they release some DLCs, etc. So a 10 out of 10 for potential. They could make it a 10 out of 10 game, but at the moment I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It is fun, you will get your money's worth, but you're not going to be playing it constantly, at least not at this stage. Limited options, but good options. The overall concept is bloody awesome. No multiplayer for me makes it not so great. I don't like that. I wish you could have a player playing the zombies and attacking you. But who knows what's on the horizon, that may be an option. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first impressions of the game. I am going to be playing it a lot more, just trying different things out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be releasing a full review once the game is fully released, which should be pretty damn soon. But that's me done for now. See you later, motherfuckers.